Subscribe to Intoxicated 3PO. Is that what they wanted? Yeah? Were we good? Did we do it?
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the channel. Vanity Fair just dropped an article about why Gina Carano is on the Emmy ballot for The Mandalorian because she was fired from Disney. The article makes some terrible, terrible claims that her controversial tweets spread false claims, that she made fun of face masks, and they went on just to say these fake, false allegational claims about her on Twitter, nor did they mention the harassment. So I'm going to give this guy a little education on what was going on. Now, the article goes on to say Disney was the one that nominated her, and she could only be nominated for a certain role, and that the Carano camp was a little shocked that Disney did this because of her firing back, or being let go back in February. Even though they said that she's a wild card here and she could possibly win an Emmy. But this is why Carano is popular. Really has nothing to do with The Mandalorian. I mean, look at the harassment campaign against her that we've talked about over and over. Look at these groups of people. This person right here says, it doesn't matter what Gina Carano tweets, this is what we're going to do. We're going to get her fired. And they just kept on and on and on. Don't forget about this guy right here. This is Brandon. He's an author for Marvel. He decided to go through all, Gina's liked tweets. He spent all night going through the liked tweets and was like, oh, what a terrible show that was. And how about this? This is Gina defending herself against people saying, you better post Black Lives Matter. You better post or we're not going to stop. You better post this or we're not going to stop. And she's just saying, hey, listen, screaming at someone, it's not going to get you anywhere. You're not going to bully me to do anything. And the bullying continued. Thank you to Data Racer 117. Look at all these crazy things. We've shown all this before. Death threats, hate threats, saying they're not going to stop until she changes her Twitter. It just went on and on, but yet Variety Fair says, no, it was Gina's controversial post when she's trying to defend herself. I mean, these people want her dead. Look at this here. And how about good old Matt Martin, that works for Lucasfilm, praising the removal of Gina Carano. You have people from Lucasfilm that never even stood up for her when she was trying to defend herself. And we can't forget about this idiot right here, Pablo Hidalgo, who's laughing at her, literally laughing at her on her Twitter, on his Twitter, for things that are happening with Gina. And man, this guy really shocked me. Henry Gilroy, he deleted this tweet. Mostly everyone did. They deleted their tweets after they said, they called her racist, transphobic, and all these things. And before she was even fired, they were erasing her from the promotion. Vanity Fair, do your research, man. Do your research. And a huge shout out to Anna, that Star Wars girl, who calls out the author of Vanity Fair for promoting misinformation about Gina Carano, promoting lies, basically, and didn't even talk about this harassment that she went through with her time at Lucasfilm. And not one person from Lucasfilm came to her defense. And they actually applauded her when she was gone. It's just crazy. But of course, Variety Fair. So I applaud you, Anna, for calling out the author. Here she is here basically saying, if you're going to write about Gina, look into facts instead of spreading misinformation. She then tweets at the author showing all the bullying and harassment. This is coming from Data Racer 117. You should follow them both. She gives more examples of her harassment and another, and says this really cool statement. Says, do you want to understand why Gina is hanging on by sheer popularity? It's true. It's not because of The Mandalorian. It's because of everything I've shown you and more, that she stood her ground against the hate mob and won with her conviction. This is why she's popular and earned people's respect. We can't say the same about others. We can't say the same about others. Oh, yes, and about the mask. Again, thank you, Data Racer. Let me just highlight this real quick. This is where Gina was telling people to get creative, to create your own mask at home, because she wanted you know, the workers in the hospital, the doctors, the ones in the front line to have the better masks. She was saying, give them the better masks first and we'll create our own at home, make our own masks at home. Because that's how much she cared. But no, that wasn't good enough. I mean, look at the hate mob over and over and over again. But again, Variety, here's the article here. Do your research, David. Do your research. Do your research. And I hope she wins that Emmy. I think that would be the icing on the cake. This is Jay. I'll catch you next time.